What's up, everyone? Today we're doing my first quali review, and it's the Australian Grand Prix qualifying. And what the hell? We just gotta state right off the bat that Mercedes is a rocket ship, like an illegal rocket ship, because they found a loophole that is not supposed to be allowed, but because FIA isn't testing for that loophole till August, it's gonna be a illegal rocket ship. But wow, that was like some performance, like as big as the McLaren dominance or even bigger. And this time with an actually good driver, George Russell. Like, I rate him. But like, that's crazy, you know? And then third is Hadjar. Like, Hadjar was in it all throughout. Like, that's all we can say about Mercedes is like they're just like no one's catching them till at least August when the FIA finally does the tests. But they have till August to do this utter domination, and even still they probably will be way ahead even still after that. So like, it's not even it's a joke. But congrats to George Russell. Like, you know, like, it must feel good for him. And then we get to Hadjar, who was P3. And, you know, like, Hadjar was like up there in like the top 5 throughout the entire qualifying. So like, and he's just got into like the Red Bull and everything. So like, if Max didn't crash, and yes, it was not Max's fault. He had car issues and it spun him into the gravel. But imagine like if that did not happen to Max, we can only assume like he'd be competing for like third or second. You know, no one's catching George, but like second. You know, because like it's clear the Red Bull is very fast. Like, from what the order I do is like it's Mercedes, and then a very far gap, then Red Bull, then below it for Ferrari and McLaren. At least for qualifying, at least for this race, it is definitely that. I mean, it's definitely that, you know. And like, so like Max could be in competition for 1 to 3, so like he'll push Charles down even more. But anyway, that's another point. And I would say Ferrari and McLaren are the similar speed, like, you know, like they both were like around each other. Although getting to my next point is both Charles and Lewis had battery issues. On the radios of Charles, it was clear like they didn't fix this battery issues, and they had these battery issues from in FP3. Ferrari had battery issues in FP3, nothing was solved. Had an issue in Q2, didn't fix it again. Had an issue in Q3, didn't fix it again. It's the first race Ferrari, and what happened? I fucked up. Like, it's laughable at this point that like it's 2026 and Ferrari still can't even. Okay, it's okay if like they can't even run a proper qualifying because they couldn't fix battery issues, and like it's the first race and they still like it messed up big. I mean, other cars had issues, yes, so I guess it's not. But it's so my point is that like, even though there are 8/10, look, there was 8/10 off pole position of Russell, the gap could be much smaller. I mean, a little bit smaller. It could very well be Red Bull Ferrari, because like of the fact that Charles and Lewis both of them had issues with the battery, and it could mean that they're like closer than this. So like, we shall see. It's only the first race, but as a Ferrari fan, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. It's another year that Charles has to waste here. But we shall see, you know, what happens. It's a long season. McLaren is just practically the same boat with Ferrari, except I don't think they had issues. I didn't see anyone say they had issues, so they did have issues. So there's a chance that it's actually Mercedes, Red Bull, Ferrari, and then McLaren. Also, as Lando Norris is number one, he's like getting shown up by his team, which I guess is a hometown energy. But I don't think Norris is also like comfortable with the car yet, And so we shall see if like maybe later on, but I don't think. But I think Piastri will have the upper hand for a few races until Norris gets the grips of the car. Basically we started the Norris making mistakes early, and then he will eventually show that he's better than Piastri, because he is better than Piastri. He's much faster race pace than Piastri, and he's much more faster than Piastri. I'm not saying he's like a great driver, but I'm just saying in terms of Piastri versus Piastri, he's definitely like has more raw pace than Piastri. But the point is, problem with the Norris is he makes a lot of mistakes, and whether or not he will continue this in 2026, we shall see. But that's my point. Anyway, the Racing Bulls coming in 8th and 9th. Like, Lindblad is performing well, and then Lawson. I like how Lawson and Lindblad is together. Like, they're both. That's like a very competent team. Lawson also is doing well to like push him, and like Lindblad's gonna show his stuff. But I hope he like Hadjar's not gonna like fall off a cliff, and then halfway through the season they're like, Lindblad, let's put you in the Red Bull. I don't think that's good for Lindblad. I think he should it's not worked for Antonelli, and it did not work for Liam. In fact, and he's showing his stuff. He's really good. Like he impressed me today. And and like Audi is showing promise, like except for if the issue did not happen. But I think like they will be like the taking some, like the bottom pack. They'll be like Racing Bull. I think Racing Bulls and Audi are competing for the last of the points. Because like both of them are like they look like they could very easily be in the top 10, and like we don't know where Bortoletto's true pace, the Audi's true pace, because he had a issue at the very end of Q2, so he couldn't beat a Q3. But they look pretty quick. And I don't know what else to say other than shame. But those are my highlights for today. Except like Cadillac being so far off the pace. I would say they're very far behind. So like, I mean, but there's room for improvement. Cadillac is like a very new team, but it's like interesting. We haven't had a new team for a long time. I mean, Audi's a new team, but they're not really a new team. They also took over Sauber, and they like slowly integrated themselves into Formula One. Like they basically, they had prior knowledge, which is kind of like it's a brand new team starting from new, and it's cool. I'm so excited for tomorrow and the race day. I'm live on this channel and on Twitch. If you guys like this review, hit that like button, subscribe. I'll see you in the next race.